Good afternoon, and welcome to today's match of the 2023 Okaloosa Schools Academic Tournament. This year we have 7 schools from Okaloosa County going head-to-head in a double elimination tournament format. These standout students will be displaying their knowledge of math, science, history, fine arts and literature, pop culture, and more to determine our tournament champion for 2023. I'm your host and moderator, Stella Verswyvelt. Lisa Nall will be our timekeeper and scorekeeper, while Eric Zeller-Bernal and Nathan Fiorino will serve as our chief judges and make the decisions on all things official. Eric Zeller-Bernal is a flight test engineer. With a background in mechanical engineering and optimization techniques, he works on the test and evaluation of air-to-ground weapons at Eglin Air Force Base. Nathan Fiorino is a first lieutenant in the United States Air Force and is working as a developmental engineer in the Armament Directorate at Eglin Air Force Base. This is his first assignment as an active duty officer. He has a background in aerospace engineering with a bachelor's from The Ohio State University and a master's from the Air Force Institute of Technology. Today's teams are from Baker High School and Crestview High School. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our different Okaloosa schools, and we'll be back shortly to introduce our team members. Stay tuned.
I chose to come to collegiate high school because you get free college and your high school diploma at the same time, and that's the best opportunity for any high school student.
I wanted to grow as an individual, and so I decided to move here to not be grouped into these different categories that you'd find in like traditional high schools.
I came to collegiate because I wanted to get used to college work and just being in a college environment before I actually move on to a bigger university.
The thing that makes Collegiate High different from other schools in Okaloosa County is that we're a small school. Students that attend the Collegiate High School are not just a number. We know students by name because of the small school atmosphere.
So what's great about this school is that all the faculty are here to help you.
They want them to excel in their academic life and personal life.
At the other schools, I felt like I wasn't quite being challenged enough in all the fields, but here it's like, you have teachers that teach you well, and they teach you what's going to be applied in the future.
Many students think that if you go to collegiate, you can't play sports, you can't be in music, you can't be a high school student, but I still went to homecoming. I still went to the football games, I had fun with all my friends, and collegiate doesn't take that away from you. It adds on to your amazing personality.
In order to be successful at Collegiate High School, motivation, student motivation. You have to be academically motivated because you'll be academically challenged.
But when you go to a university, they'll see that you're dedicated and you're willing to take the course load that you'll be taking.
Let's say if you come one thought. This thought is that you are unstoppable. Because if you come here thinking, there's going to be too much work, there will be. It's not an easy school, it's a tough school. But you're going to come, and if you come thinking that nothing will stop, you will be successful, and you will be a college student.
Welcome back. Let's go ahead and introduce our coaches and meet the teams for today's match. From Baker High School, our coach is Miss Beverly Burke, and the team is
Christian Oglesby, senior.
Andrea Barnhill, senior.
Madden Sowell, freshman.
Michael Richards, freshman.
And from Crestview High School, the coach is Miss Erica Kennedy, and the team is
Sophia Rivera, senior.
Isaiah Norris, senior.
Ananda Husto, senior.
Leah Fickling, senior.
Okay, we'll start with toss-up 1. The question is in social sciences. In the comic book Venus number 6, this character was freed from his eternal prison in Hades to wreak havoc on Earth. In myth, this character was bound to a rock in a cave while a snake dripped venom.
Loki.
That is correct. Crestview, your bonus is in literature. Answer these about poems by John Greenleaf Whittier. Part A. This one tells of a New Zealand family stuck in their house for a week after a blizzard.
Cabin fever. I don't know. Cabin fever.
That is incorrect. The answer was snowbound. Part B. This title, Maryland woman's U.S. flag was shot by Confederates.
Betsy Ross? Nope. I'm gonna say it. Betsy Ross.
That is incorrect. The answer is Barbara Frietchie. Toss-up number 2 is in science. Pencils and paper ready. The combustion of benzoic acid is detailed by this equation. 2 moles of C6H5COOH plus X moles of O2 gives 14 moles of CO2 and 6 moles of H2O. Give the value of X that balances the equation.
Time.
Okay, the answer was 15. Moving on to toss-up number 3, the subject is in literature. After her father prevented her from marrying, the title character of this story had a secret affair with a Yankee construction worker named Homer Barron, an affair only discovered after this old woman's death when Homer's poisoned body is found in her bed. Give either the first or last name of this strange character in a William Faulkner short story. Crestview.
Jane.
That is incorrect. Do you have an answer, Baker?
Time.
Okay. The answer was Emily. The toss-up number 4, the subject is math. Webster's defines this property as producing the same result when operating on the whole mathematical expression as when operating on each part and collecting the results. Identify this property illustrated by the equation 4 times the quantity x plus 5 equals 4x plus 20.
Distributive property?
That is correct. Crestview, your bonus is in fine arts. Name these classic films directed by Elia Kazan. Part A. Peggy Ann Garner played Francie Nolan in this film based on a Betty Smith novel.
I don't know these people.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Casablanca.
Okay.
Casablanca.
That is incorrect. The answer was A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Part B. Marlon Brando played Stanley Kowalski in this film set in New Orleans and based on a Tennessee Williams play.
Cat on a hot tin roof.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Okay. Cat on a hot tin roof.
That is incorrect. The answer is A Streetcar Named Desire.
The other Tennessee Williams.
Toss-up number 5 is in history. In the mid-1800s, this tribe fought against a group of Dutch voortrekkers. In 1879, the British fought a war that included the battles of Kambula, Rorke's Drift, and Isandlwana against what tribe, now a part of South Africa, that first became a power in the early 1800s under their ruler Shaka?
The Zulu tribe.
That's correct. Your bonus, Crestview, is in science. In 2022, 8 of these animals were relocated from Namibia to India to begin to replace those killed off by local villagers until they were extinct by 1952. Part A. Name this fastest land animal.
Cheetah.
Are you sure?
The fastest land animal is the cheetah.
I'll believe you. Cheetahs.
That's correct. Part B. You can tell a cheetah from other big cats because of its tear streaks beginning at this body part.
Just the eyes. They got these stripes on their eyes. They
Right?
go down. Yeah.
Eyes.
That's also correct. Number 6 is in fine arts. Toss-up number 6. Maurice Ravel wrote his piano concerto for the left hand in this key, while the aria Nessun Dorma is also written in this key, used by Handel for both his music for the royal fireworks and his Hallelujah chorus. What musical key, also heard in Pachelbel's canon?
D minor.
That is incorrect. I'm going to repeat the question for Crestview. Maurice Ravel wrote his piano concerto for the left hand in this key, while the aria Nessun Dorma is also written in this key, used by Handel for both his music for the Royal Fireworks and his Hallelujah Chorus. What musical key, also heard in Pachelbel's canon, has a signature of 2 sharps?
G.
That is incorrect. The answer was D major. Toss-up number 7 is in science. Pencils and paper ready. What is the final velocity of a car that, while traveling at 25 meters per second, is accelerated at 2 meters per second for 7 seconds?
Meters per second.
That is correct. Your bonus is in language arts. Give these words that start with M. M. Part A. Adjective for a bond that has finished paying off interest or for a put-together person.
Time.
The answer was mature. Part B. A cruise takeover of a ship from a captain.
Mutiny.
That's correct. Toss-up number 8 is a miscellaneous subject. Based on a novel by Jack Carr, this 2022 series has been called a show for dads by critics whose dislike is enjoyed by the show's cast and ignored by fans who made it the #1 show on Amazon Prime. Name this new TV series whose Navy SEAL character, Lieutenant Commander James Reese, is played by Chris Pratt.
Time.
The answer is The Terminal List.
Half.
All right, so that's the end of the first half. We'll be back with the score after these messages. Welcome back. We've got a halftime score of Crestview 50, Baker 15. All right, let's begin the second half. Toss-up number 9 is in literature. A prize named for this British author is given to writers of Czech background. Though he wrote screenplays for the movies Empire of the Sun and Anna Karenina.
William Pulitzer?
That is incorrect. I'll repeat the question for Crestview. A prize named for this British author is given to writers of Czech background. Though he wrote screenplays for the movies Empire of the Sun and Anna Karenina, he is best known for his stage plays like Arcadia, Jumpers of Travesties. Name this author most famous for his Shakespeare takeoff called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead.
Newberry.
That is incorrect. The answer was Tom Stoppard. Toss-up number 10 is in math. Pencils and paper ready. Give the area of a trapezoid with 8 inches and bases 11 inches and 19 inches. Okay, the answer was 120 inches squared. Toss-up number 11 is in social sciences. A fire in 1886 destroyed what is now this city that was originally named Gas Town.
San Francisco.
That is incorrect. I'll repeat the question. A fire in 1886 destroyed what is now this city that was originally named Gas Town. This city, famed for its natural harbor, shares its name, the last name of a British explorer, with a city in Washington state. Name this city that, partly because it was the western end port of the Canadian Pacific Railway, is now the largest city in British Columbia.
Time.
The correct answer was Vancouver. Toss-up number 12 is in fine arts. This artist, with a Bern, Switzerland museum dedicated to his works, was a member of both Der Blaue Reiter and the Bauhaus. He died of scleroderma after a career that included his best work of pointillism called Ad Parnassum. Name this 20th century Swiss artist whose set of design notebooks is still used in studying modern art.
Time.
The answer was Paul Klee. Toss-up number 13 is in science. This situation is caused by either environmental forces, like natural disasters, or by evolution within a species that results from inbreeding or infrequent reproduction. This term is now the final state of the silver trout, the quagga, the great auk, and the passenger pigeon. Give this term for what happens when dodos, dinosaurs, and other animal species no longer exist.
Extinction.
That is correct. Your bonus is in history. This country's name means Land of the Blacks in Arabic. Part A. Name this African nation whose southern section broke off in 2011 and is now a separate country.
Sudan.
That is correct. Part B. Sudan's first civil war ended in 1972 with a peace deal signed in this Ethiopian capital.
I'll give you a second. I know the capital of Ethiopia. Okay, I'm going to say Naboo. Naboo.
That is incorrect. The answer is Addis Ababa. Toss-up 14 is in language arts. The Hindenburg and the Goodyear blimp are each examples of a dirigible or a lighter-than-air aircraft that has a power source and a steering mechanism. Spell dirigible.
D-E-R-I-G-I-B-L-E.
That is incorrect. Crestview, do you want a chance?
Do I just answer?
Yes.
Okay. D-E-R-I-G-I-D-A-B-L-E.
That is incorrect. The correct spelling is D-I-R-I-G-I-B-L-E. Toss-up number 15 is in history. This island was first seen by Bartholomew Gosnold in 1602. By the early 1800s, this island was one of the world's biggest whaling ports, and a whaling ship's final voyage from there inspired the novel Moby Dick.
Galapagos Island.
That is incorrect. I'll repeat the question. This island was first seen by Bartholomew Gosnold in 1602. By the early 1800s, this island was one of the world's biggest whaling ports, and a whaling ship's final voyage from there inspired the novel Moby Dick. The Italian ship Andrea Doria collided with another ship off what Massachusetts Island off the coast of Cape Cod and near Martha's Vineyard. Crestview.
Roanoke.
That is incorrect. The answer was Nantucket Island. Toss-up number 16. The subject is miscellaneous. The video for this song begins with its singer in a red coat singing about how gravity is holding him back. Later on, the singer is in a red overall, walks around.
Harry Styles.
That is not the correct answer. I'm going to repeat the question for Crestview. The video for this song begins with its singer in a red coat singing about how gravity is holding him back. Later on, the singer in a red overall walks around a moving circle with a girl in a blue pantsuit who is just out of his reach. Name this 2022 MTV Music Video Award-winning Best Song by Harry Styles.
As It Was.
That is correct. Your bonus is in social sciences. Answer these about legislation signed into U.S. law in 2021 and 2022. Part A. This black woman's 200th birthday will be celebrated by creating commemorative coins in her honor.
Harriet Tubman. No. Is it? Oh my God. No. Harriet Tubman.
That is correct.
Okay.
Part B. Beginning in 2023, this drug will be $35 or less per month for Medicare patients with diabetes.
Insulin.
That is correct. The next question is in social sciences. Companies in the S&P 500 that are in this industry include Lowe's, Chubb, AIG, and Aflac. Name this industry that receives premiums from customers in order.
Insurance?
That is correct. Your bonus is in math. Pencils and paper ready. Answer these about interior angles of regular polygons. Part A. Each interior angle of a pentagon has this measure.
$68.
That is incorrect. The answer is 108 degrees. Part B. Each interior angle of this polygon is 144 degrees. The answer was decagon. The next toss-up is in history. This tribe first lived in Eastern Europe, but eventually sacked Rome in 410 AD, led by its king Alaric the Great. Rodrigo was the last king of what tribe that should never be confused with their Balkan cousins, the Ostrogoths?
Visigoths.
That's correct. Your bonus is in social sciences. Answer these about the year 2022 in chess. Part A. It was the 50th anniversary of the 1972 World Champion match won by this American.
Bobby Fischer.
No. Is that right?
Bobby Fischer.
Okay. Bobby Fischer.
That is correct. Part B. This current world chess champion announced he's giving up the title because he's tired of defending it and also accused an American grandmaster of cheating to beat him in a game.
Magnus Carlsen.
Okay. Magnus Carlsen.
That is also correct. The next question. That is the end of the match. We'll be back in a few minutes to announce the final score. We have a final score of Baker 10, Crestview 130. Thank you to all the students who participated in today's match, and thank you viewers for tuning in to watch this exciting event. We'd also like to thank our corporate sponsors, Microsystems Incorporated and Master Wall Incorporated. Stay tuned next time for further tournament action. Have a good night.